thing where they do even no one make person talk. Them say that Mayegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Mayegun diary, he dey hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Chimo, woman pikin dey the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say Mayegun don't come. So my people make you laugh. Oh yo yo, Mayegun don't come. Oh yo yo.
Hello there. Good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. And this is Mayegun Live. You can see me smiling. I'll tell you about it. Share this broadcast. Invite your friends. Invite your not so friendly friends. Call the family together. Relax. Share this broadcast and tell all of them that Mayegun today. Godfather is finally, Kolu signed the Abdusalami, Abubakar, and Father Kuka, Reverend Father Kuka's peace accord. But unfortunately, the other key guys didn't show up. Others sent representatives, while others didn't bother at all. Atifku was missing. Obi was missing, so was his deputy. But Kolu was on ground. But you see, the first time they said they should sign a peace accord, which was in September 2022, led by the INEC in Nigeria. Peace, yo. No get peace, yo. No wala, no bottle, no breaking the door, throwing stones, yo. Talk to your supporters, yo, so that they don't start killing themselves and all of that stuff. Kolu was away in London. It was not well then. So, but it was in London, where he was giving some motivational speech to some of the Abroadian Lagos Abobakus. So today he was there. And a lot of things happened today as well, which I'm going to take you through tonight. If you are just joining us, right, like this broadcast, share it, invite others, okay? And one final thing is before we get full into it, not even one, maybe two. Now, the first one is that, listen, Mayegun's diary political, I know the right scripts. Do you understand? I don't even have order of program. You get what I mean? Which means when you see Mayegun's diary political videos, they are almost, if not 98% of Mayegun's diary videos are recorded live. And during the live streaming, it can last up to 3 hours, even 4 hours. So what happened afterward is that I do try to cut the video into parts. Because you see, my program is like storytelling. Do you understand? I don't script this. Events, actions, and then activities of the rulers, not the government, the rulers of Nigeria, right? They happen every day, right? So I just push every energy into that 3 hours a session, right? So I'm so sorry if some of you feel like the videos are too long and all of that. That is why we call it the Temple of Truth, okay? The beautiful thing about Mayegun's diary political, when you join live, you probably won't even feel it until you are like hours into it. But if you have to watch again, you can either watch the premiere, which are in part mostly an hour or so, or Just watch the full replay. I thought I should say that because some people feel like, oh, your videos are good, but they are just too long. I know if you're watching a replay, it can be too long. Again, remember that. And final one, just before we go fully or full throttle tonight, yeah, I have a good news, especially for the children in Yoruba land. I am now 100% confident that we are indeed going to impact in the lives of at least 6,000 school children in Yoruba land in the next few days, or maybe I should just maybe in another 2 weeks. Yes, we have been able to push ahead, and we are now sort of in a good place, right, to mobilize the printers. And not just that, we can even do more. But I'll tell you more about that on the program later tonight. It's looking good, and I feel good. I feel happy about. Happy about this, right? Share this broadcast and tell them we are about to start.
Mayegun ti dé, gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Thank you very much. Yes, we have started. Just about, how should I say that? I mean, about 4 months ago, right? Before things got to this heated stage, everybody is now sort of going to get more riled up, by the way. The INEC in Nigeria called all the presidential candidates running, 18 of them, that they should all come together and sign a peace accord, that there will be no crisis, no wahala, no abusive language, you know, that stuff, divisive rhetorics and all of that. Around that time, Kolu was in London. And then, yeah, just before today, just a bit of a flashback. This.
Study the anthropology of it. Where are we? No. Political power is not going to be served in a restaurant. It's not served in a la carte. It's what we are doing. It's being determined to do it. At all costs. Fight for it. Grab it. Snatch it.
Yes, sir.
And run with it.
Yes, sir. Jagaban. Jagaban. Yes,
And you remember I did tell you that this was way back, that the campaign strategy of Kolu is called the basement campaign strategy. They are going to be the one, right, to dictate where he's going to be seen, who is going to be speaking to, right, which interview, live or cut, or whatever. So they will have to guide that in order to shield him from the general scrutiny. So, but back in Nigeria, in Abuja, where they were signing the deal, he did send a shitty man to go and represent him. And you know what happened? Just a flashback, like I said. Showore saw that shitty man. And this ensued.
That doesn't mean that I will not keep saying, pushing my position. It's the same position I have with the people sitting in front. I confronted him. Why is he sitting here when Tinubu is not here? You understand? If I was sitting there, I would not stand up for him. Because Tinubu is the one who's supposed to be here. You can't be running Nigeria for presidency in absentia. You and Abacha, that's my position.
You know the way I was yesterday?
Well, it doesn't matter.
Between realism and truth are two different worlds.
No, I'm part of the truth.
I stood by what I stood for yesterday and tomorrow.
It's the same thing I stood for because I was a student union leader when you guys were rampaging the country.
That doesn't matter.
It does matter.
Leadership.
Very good.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Where have you had?
He knows now. I'm just telling you what I told him.
So that was that. But nobody told us why Kalu didn't come there to sign peace deal. But somebody gave an answer. And that was the only credible thing that could be the only reason or excuse why Kalu didn't show up. This was way back in September, remember? So the only person who gave that answer then, I know you may not like him, okay? But that's the only credible answer that I figured out, that I found all that time. No answer from APC, Egbekegbe. Or you see this clown, court jester, like a bad clock. It can be right twice a day. You know that, AM and PM. This might be one of them, or maybe just one of the jokes.
Ashwaji Bola Tinubu at today's signing of the peace accord.
Yeah, I also noticed that Bola Tinubu is the only presidential candidate that was absent at the signing of the National Peace Accord today. He was obviously the only one absent. And I know why he was absent. And unfortunately, there was no provision for thumb printing. You know, you definitely have to sign. So, but there was no provision for thumb printing. And article signed. That's all I have to say. Article signed and he signed.
Do you get that? They said INEC didn't make provision for thumb printing. Okay? And if they have to give Kalu a pen, he may start drawing the map of Sambisa plus that of Australia, Austria. Chart join, but that won't make any sense anyway. Sure you get. So that's the only credible answer why he didn't show up. But again, just take that as a joke, okay? According to him, he didn't have to be there. His vice was there. The one that the same Keneridino called Osama bin Laden. Have you ever seen where Osama in his lifetime? Did you ever see anywhere Osama signed peace deal? That's another joke, so don't take that to heart as well. Okay. Anyway, finally he showed up. Yeah, he did. He showed up today. And when he showed up, it was just all by himself, no other serious or real candidate at all in attendance for the entrance. By the way, you can see this.
I'll show you.
I want to apologize for the very, very, very poor quality, the quality of that video, okay? But it's essential for this part going forward. Call you.
I'll show you. I'll show you. I'll come on assignment with you from Charlotte. It's place in the house. How is that? I think people that were there, I didn't see money. Sure, but you are saying catch him. It's my brother. And he has conveyed all the messages. Haven't you? Yes. He said I should see him on Tower. His eminence is coming. When you compare notes, then I'll go into the treasury of the caliphate. Oh, yeah. Good seeing, sir. Good afternoon. Please, can we?
Parties are a part of vertical order. Here, as you did the last time, you put the big parties in front and relegate us to the background. Let the parties appear on this seat the same way parties appear on ballot papers on the next one. Thank you very much. The peace event is not the same thing as being at a justice event. This is a justice matter. Put us in
you spoke. I asked you to sit down. Are you fighting me or
I'm not fighting you. I'm fighting against the injustice you did to us last time. Any response, sir? If you don't respond satisfactorily, I will not participate in today's event. Thank you.
Yes. Can you tell me what time this happened to you? When and where?
Don't come. It's not acceptable.
All right. I have heard you. For the purpose of this meeting, and I'm going to see what can be done in the next meeting. If, however, you are not satisfied, if you want to leave, please you can leave. What your observation?
Showore, maybe I'll wait for Showore's release so I can get you clearer picture of all he said. Now, here is how Nigeria is a joke, okay? All those things are just formalities that the establishment wanted to know that they are running things as relic as they have become. Reverend Father Kuka, PDP member on the left, Sultan of Sokoto, representing the Caliphate on the right, but as Sultan of Sokoto is also the spiritual head for all Muslims in Nigeria. So, Father Kuka on the left, on the right, Sultan of Sokoto on the left, Abdulsalami Abubakar, the Ogboju criminal that forced the 1999 constitution on the rest of Nigeria and called it "We the people of Nigeria," sitting in the middle. 1999 constitution that has caused so much ruins. You know, everybody mentioned it all the time. That is the problem. The person that forced it on everybody, sitting in the middle. Everybody who wants to control the estates, all of you, where they look for a job, you want to control this Nigeria estates. Oh yeah, come here, come and sign peace deal. So that you can know that if there's any problem in Nigeria, we are going to blame you. We need to blame somebody, okay? That is called the textbook definition of trying to play a game that you have no idea those who set the rule. He's an old man, very old, weak, tired. His own brother don't run away. Babangida, that one that has turned to, you know what I mean, vegetable. The one that Shitty Man was laughing at. Have you seen Babangida lately? Have you seen him? When he was bragging that they were going to use Buhari APC to destroy Igbo businesses, to destroy Igbo land. You forgot all of that, Abi? Abdulsalami Abubakar himself, you know, but he is representing the establishment. Oh, yeah, everybody come and sign. I need that clearer video. It's just that this one didn't do justice to it, this particular one.
The civil society for the work that they are doing. Again, let us appreciate the fact that this country is ours to build. After all these years, we should have had enough time to learn the lessons that we need. We continue to count on the resilience and commitment of our people. And I believe with determination we can overcome all difficulties and understanding. Please remember that all of us here are working from parliament or motherland, depending on how you look at it.
The joke is on some of you anyway. Do you see why people like me don't believe in Nigeria anymore? Even though I am still very much attached to Nigeria, I can't escape it. It's just like our own nightmare until we are no longer part of that Nigeria anymore. Yeah, that's something I actually dream of. But do you see why I mean, a lot of things that they try to tell you, or they are telling you, and the way they are saying them back to you, as well as how many of you actually like taking them so serious, because according to you, number one, they have the best experience, even though they have messed up your life, messed up Nigeria repeatedly. At least they are those who actually know the better thing for Nigeria. Even if you know what is better for Nigeria, you cannot do it except you go through them. And you yourself, you know that, but they will not let anybody that will fix Nigeria to fix Nigeria. In that same confusion, you are still standing up and shouting one Nigeria. I am a proud Nigeria. But when we look at the characters that some of you are relying on, you call them elders, religious leaders, royal fathers, business moguls, elite, and all those things you call them. But when people like us actually see them, when we look through them, do you know what we have found? Bunch of criminals who took up different roles in effing up your lives. So when you now come back and say, at least all these leaders are doing their best, Baba, do you know why some people like us just laugh and sometimes call you call you weary? Because the people you are expecting to make this difference are the architect of the whole problem you are currently facing. And look at all of them in their 70s, 80s, some in 90s, relics. You in your teens, in your 20s, in your 30s, you are listening to them. Now they are signing peace. Peace over waiting. A divided country caused by a fraudulent constitution. Let me show you something before we continue. Right? I'll show you something. Let me see if I still have that clip. This is what that man that is asking everybody to come and sign peace deal, right? This is what this is what he left for Nigeria. The problem of Nigeria.
Ten things you never knew about the 1999 Constitution. Did you know that the 1999 Constitution was promulgated by the Military Decree 24 of 1999? And to think of it, this 1999 Constitution was never subjected to a referendum.
Did you also know that this 1999 Constitution was written by a selected few that never got the consent of the indigenous nationalities or its representation?
Did you know that after writing the 1999 Constitution, it was hidden from the public until after the inauguration of President Obasanjo in 1999?
Funny enough, this 1999 Constitution was not printed by the government press or any known printers in 1999.
Did you know that the 1999 Constitution created a unitary government as against the projected federal government, and this forged an inefficient over-centralized government, as well as creating a centralized judiciary whom has never been autonomous?
In all this, did you know that this 1999 Constitution falsely and maliciously claims that the indigenous nationalities willingly handed over their lands and resources to the federal government?
And interestingly, Did you know that the 1999 Constitution calls state governors chief security officers, but at the same time centralized all the security agencies and denies these state governors control over any of the security agencies?
And finally, do you know that the illegitimate 1999 Constitution in Section 6, subsection 6C, absolves the government from liabilities regarding rights of the citizens as provided in Chapter 2, making this right not justifiable?
This and many more are the reasons why corruption, unaccountability, incompetence, and insecurity are institutionalized in Nigeria.
I am seeing the reaction of some of you, one Nigerianist. You are very funny sometimes, Nigerians. You are acting like you are hearing that for the first time, that I don't believe in Nigeria. So you are acting like your usual hypocrite lunatic mindset. Abi, you are surprised. That Mayegun said he doesn't believe in Nigeria anymore. Is that something you are hearing for the first time? Why are you then talking about Nigeria? That's what I'm saying. A messed up country populated by over 7% mad people. Your government said 70% of you are mad. That is why you won't understand this, right? When people say, I don't want to be part of this union anymore, it is actually a legitimate right removed from that fraudulent book called 1999 Constitution. But most of you are zombies, prayer warriors, asking God to come and fix a fucked up place, while you are also at the same time enjoying the nonsense put together by criminals like Abdul Salami. Okay? Listen, education is very important. I'll give you one now. Look at this country, United Kingdom. It's called United Kingdom. And you know how many countries make up that, how many nations make up that United Kingdom? 4 of them, right? And out of that 4, one of them has been, for the past 25 years, constantly demanding to leave. But until they leave, everyone in part of that Scotland, they are still British. That people say they want Biafra. Until Biafra happen, by your fake law, if that's what we are saying, by your fake law in Nigeria, that you want your own country is democratic. It doesn't make them enemies. It doesn't make, but we rated double majority in roof before. And your government said 70% of you are mad. You just never enter market. So if you are not interested in Nigeria, why are you talking about Nigeria then? Because I'm still sending my money into Nigeria out there. There are millions of us that are remitting our money back into that contraption. But guess what we are getting back? Further increase in poverty and corruption. So what do you think that means? So if you are hearing me for the first time, you are reacting somehow. That's why I have to give you the answer. Listen to me. There are people say they want to leave part of a country. Is democratic. It is something that you are supposed to be campaigning. You see how you are doing this, your charade election. That's how they campaign for self-determination. If not because these criminals like Abdul Salami Abubakar, decided to criminalize a legitimate. I mean, why? In 1950, listen, in 1954, when the Yoruba said, we want independence, okay? If the rest of Nigeria is not ready, we want independence. Azikiwe, who happened to be the leader of the Eastern Nigeria at the time, at the national level, said, no, why don't we just wait for the others so that all of us can get it at the same time? But we can get autonomy. So it doesn't mean that we have to be under anybody or control. No, let everybody, let's wait. Do you know what happened? This whole thing first started in 1945. By 1954, the Northerners, they were already attacking and killing Southerners, especially Igbos, that they are trying to get independent. Meanwhile, Igbos are not the ones proposing it. In your history, did you read about that? So if Mayegun says he doesn't believe in Nigeria, he believes in his own country that came into a union or forced to a union called Nigeria, it is a legitimate, what have you? Come, let us fix Nigeria. You and who come to fix where? Fix Nigeria. Yeah. I'm not asking you to sit down here and listen to me, okay? A lot of you have nowhere to go anyway. You have been so messed up that all you have available for you in Nigeria are pure lies, make believe, things that just suit your fantasy in your miserable existence that these criminals have put you. Yeah. Sure you get. So if you have somewhere to go to, Baba, and you are not here using, especially those ones where they use Facebook free mode and the rest, you are using that. They made you so poor that majority of you are relying on a social media free mode to get information because lies are what they are telling you. And when they mess you up so much, you know what they do? They turn you to churches and mosques to go and pray to your sky daddy to come and fix your Nigeria. So don't pretend that when I tell you that I don't believe in Nigeria, it's not a crime. It is not. Do you understand? Yeah? It is a legitimate advocacy. But because Nigeria is managed by criminals, populated by mad fools that are indeed called humbled slaves. Now I have to explain myself for 10 minutes what it means to say I don't believe in this union. I won't be the first to say that. So somebody said that Mayegun, you should go and work with Showore to fix Nigeria so that if not all this thing are noise, Oshe. If you think, Samuel Dada, if you think this is noise, why are you here? Is it not because you know that somehow you are likely going to get even more insight into what is happening in Nigeria? Whether it is useful for you or it is not useful for you, you came here on your own volition. Do you know that? Mayegun says he doesn't believe in Nigeria. That's not a crime. Okay? What do you believe in then? If Nigeria is a real place, a democratic place, people like myself, we will fund self-determination campaigns. In Yoruba land, for example, you have the right to oppose it. That's what is called democracy. Yeah. You see, in Scotland, there are Scottish people that till they die, they will never support independence for Scotland. It is their right. But you know what makes it democratic? If everybody is allowed to explain why we want to be on our own without intimidation of arrest, threats, or of death. Listen to me. Those who will want to leave Nigeria as Yorubas in the space of 2 years will shock you. So why are you pretending that when I say I don't believe in Nigeria? That doesn't make me that I'm still not part of that Nigeria. I was forced into it. I didn't take myself into Nigeria. You didn't take yourself, did you? You woke up and they say, Oshodi, Ojota, Upper Iweka and all of that. You say, where is this in Nigeria? Then that's it. You are now in Nigeria. So don't pretend to me and pretend that I have to act up like, that's CC for you. She madini. Money me believe in Nigeria. You they act up like, say, you they hear somebody saying what you never hear before. When they act up like here, say, let's go back to these wearies and listen to the people. Listen to this one. This is the person. Part of those that are planning to fix their Nigeria for them. I want weary. Young people.
We reduce the purchasing power of the people. We can further slow down the economy. Let's widen the tax net. Those who are not paying now, if it is inclusive of Bola Tinubu, let the nets get bigger and we take in more taxes, and that is what we must do in the country instead of
that's somebody who went to school, a young person, educated, seeing the mess they have created in Nigeria, and is kind of angry that Mayegun is not talking nice about it. You are those who are actually giving them life for that money. Let's go back to that place where they are signing their word of view, because after that, in their desperation to keep the shippies intact, okay, in Lagos, every day they are relaunching to revalidate that this is our land. We must show them. They want to prove to you that as Nise Kolu controls Lagos, as if to say they need anybody's validation. So he signed the peace deal. He didn't. I didn't see that part. Maybe whether it's thumbprinted or he signed, whatever it was. Yeah, Isha was there today. Okay. And when I see the clearer picture of where Showore was taking them to the cleaners, I will replay that at some point. Okay. However, in Lagos, Sonwo-Iku, Ade Gator, Ade Pointer, Alawoku, Chicago nightclub, according to Ambode. He was there mesmerizing the street cleaners in Lagos and those one they mobilized with them, validating that are they sure they will vote for Tinubu? They have to come out and prove it in colorful way where. And all of that stuff. Validation here and there. Anyway, that was about their peace deal. So we know the gloves are off now. There's no glove anymore. Everybody is ready to bring blood out of anybody's mouth. And I mean, I remember this, right? No matter what we say, I have told you this many times, okay? My platform, Mayegun's Diary Politico, okay, is just that it's a platform where you have a chance, okay, to, sort of think deeper, look more deeper into things you think you already know. I'll tell you, there is nothing, most of the time that I talk about that many of you don't know about. But do you know the difference, Majority of the people, when they look at Nigeria, is like an hopeless situation, okay? Nothing surprises anybody anymore. Because of that, they ignore details of the activities they see as headlines. So what do I do? Mayegun, I bring those conversations, I bring them back to life. I give them life of their own. Then I kind of connect you watching me, whether you are in Nigeria or you are not in Nigeria. I have a way of connecting the activities of these criminals, past, present, and predict the future, and then connect you to it, get you to go and think about it and say, well, I never thought it that way. I never seen it that way. You see, when I bring you clips, videos, and all of that, those are just extras. So that sometimes you hear these things from their mouth. It helps you to sort of process everything that you want to know about Nigeria. Hang on. It's like we have one mad person here. Somebody is sorry, one sec. Somebody is trying to like spam our broadcast. Abdul Ahmed. Anyway, so that's what I do, and people don't really like me for it. I know that. And you know what I say to them, especially the Buhari idiots, the Buhari Dins, Buhari Didenis, the Buhari Dinotus, the Buhari Dijatus, the Buhari Shukus, the Ungoziaris, the Unekaris, the obedient fools, the sophisticated morons, and the humbled slaves. Okay? You know why they don't like me? It is very simple. They love their oppressors differently. And because I don't want to be so vulgar, right? I decided, I said, okay, who are the Buhari Dins? Who are the Buhari Didenis? Who are the Buhari Dinotus? Who are the Buhari Dijatus? Right? These are the Buhari Dins and Buhari Didenis. These are northern Nigeria-based mofos who have been around from the word go. It doesn't matter what happened. It doesn't matter what they are going through, right? According to them, even if they are burying their family members killed by terrorists, to them, don't blame Bokwari for it. Do you understand? They are the Buhari Dins and the Buhari Dideris, the Buhari Dulais, the Buhari Dulais, the Buhari Bubakas. Here you get the Buhari Seydus. Those ones, they are home base. Then you see the Buhari Denotus and the Buhari Dijatus. These are the female mofos based in southwest Nigeria. Okay? Their own is because if anything that you say that is, that affects Bokwari and APC, definitely it's because you don't like Islam or you don't like northern Nigeria. Although they are far from it, but they just have to act on. Those are the Buhari Denotus, the Buhari Dijatus. The Buhari Shukus, the Ungos Diaris, the Uneka Haris. These are those ones, those wannabes, those who publicly deny the criminality of APC, and those who are like a self-hate Igbos, who sees what is going on, and they call their brothers and sisters, playing victims to what is going on in Nigeria. They join others to confirm it, to validate the position of the Buhari-Dins, the Buhari-Didenis, the Buhari-Denotus, the Buhari-Dijatus, right? The Buhari-Shukus, Ungos Yaris, Uneka Haris, they are the Igbos that will tell you, I am Igbo and I love Bokwari. They don't love Bokwari, okay? These are chancers, wannabe chancers, trying to position themselves as those that can at least be trusted if others can't be in a divided Nigeria caused by APC. Now, when you now go forward, right, you see this category of those I'm talking about, right? They are mostly illiterate, uneducated, unemployed, unemployable illiterates. But when you go a little bit further, which now comprises of all of them from the north to the west to the east, all over the place, that's where you have the ombud slaves. The ombud slaves are those who are born slaves as Nigerians. And they have done everything according to the book. They said, go to school. They went to school. Get good grades. They got good grades. Right? You are going to get a good job, but no job. Now, they have tried and tried and tried. They have now accepted that except God actually touches or look down on them to fix them, this is their faith. The ombud slaves. The obedient fools. Those are the ones that home-based ones who are like, they are educated as well, okay? But education, no matter if hunger day, whatever you say, if you wake up tomorrow, if Kalu, or let me say, Bokwari wake up tomorrow, right? And say, the reason why the people are poor in Nigeria is because the youths are lazy. They will agree. Obedient fools. They will say, yes, now, it's right. Some of us don't want to work again. Some of us are so lazy. Some of us just want to be this and that. Those are the obedient fools. The sophisticated morons. Those ones are different. Those ones, right, are especially those who speak big grammars. When Bokwari says something that doesn't make any sense, right, they will try to make sense out of it, right? Whenever APC, all the atrocities, the damages, everything they've done, these are the type that do so, they work like overtime. They speak grammar, they write jargon, see. They are so convinced in order to convince you that whatever happened, even if it's wrong, there must be a reason. The sophisticated morons. Then you see those ones that we call the Obidients, the Obidian Buhari-Dins. Those are their aunties and uncles abroad. I could categorize them. I have been with these guys for years, guys. If you are just knowing me for a year or 2 or 3 years, listen to me. I have been with your likes. It doesn't matter what you pick up today. It doesn't matter which side you pick up today. It doesn't matter what struggle you pick up today. I have dealt with a lot of Nigerians who are mostly like weather. Everything that happens, they change like weather. When that one hit the rock bottom, they switch again. They change like weather. I have dealt with a lot. But the most dubious of them all are the APC, Egbe people. You see those ones abroad, the Obidients, Buhari Diot, they are in 3 categories as well. You have the Mumadus, the Mumu lecturers, the Bele lecturers. Now, you see the Mumadus, those ones are those uncles and aunties that left Nigeria since 1960, 1970, when Nigeria was still practicing Gongola states. Bendel State, Northern region. These were those who left Nigeria not for economical reasons, to go and study. They were supposed to return back to Nigeria after they must have acquired, knowledge all over the world. But unfortunately, their colleagues that returned back to Nigeria, they became the looters of Nigeria. Those ones that didn't return, the mumu lecturers, they didn't go to school, they didn't do anything. I mean, it was pure failure, most of them. Some of them have become criminals. They've went to jail, useless. A lot of them are older now, dependent on the state pension, state sponsor in different countries they are living in. But right in their lifetime, Boko Haram happened. But before Boko Haram happened, APC, the social media happened. And young people are breaking even. Some of you in that Nigeria, without leaving that place, you are making serious progress. And all of these are being captured on social media. You see, when these uncles and aunties in their 60s, in their 70s, grandfathers supporting APC abroad, when they look at you, they see how they have failed in their lives. So when Boko Haram came, he is like a punisher. If you cannot explain how you make that money, or if Boko Haram says you are a criminal, then you are a thief. But if Boko Haram says you are not a thief, then you must be good. But for those who experience, these are the same people who experienced Boko Haram in 1984, 1985. And they continue to tell you, is your Messiah, is going to save you. They are abroad, collecting every week pension, every week gyro, depending on the healthcare abroad. They are not planning to come back to Nigeria. Okay? Those are the Mubumadus. They personally hate you, young people. As much as some of you are feeling like you are free, they feel like somebody should tame you, destroy you. And before you wake up, you are in your 60s, failed in a failed country. The Mumu lecturers. These are the ones who have become also very useless abroad. But when you look at them, you will see PhD, Dr. this, PhD that. But when you actually come closer to them, you will see a relic of a miserable human being. And there are many. They love Boko Haram too. As a punisher. These are those who always organize rallies or welcome visits for the fraudulent criminal politicians from Nigeria. They'll bring them when they come abroad. You see those ones that always organize town hall meeting, organize this and that for them. Those are the Mumu lecturers. Because according to them, they left Nigeria. Nigeria didn't leave them. Miserable people. They have no plan of coming back to Nigeria, by the way. The final one, the Bele lecturers. The Bele lecturers are those Obidients too. You will think they love Nigeria. Oh, we call them patriotic Nigerians from abroad. They have no plan for Nigeria, not even their family members. Some of them are running, come and study abroad program online everywhere. But they are telling you, Rome was not built in a day. But let me tell you something. As they are saying all of those from abroad, their comfortable spaces abroad, telling you that Nigeria is going to be great, it's going to be this, blah, 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 blah. They don't believe in them. They don't believe in it. I am saying this to you because I know them. And I live abroad. Yeah, I be abroadian. But my own abroadian shoko. That will never lie to you. I won't lie to you. But you see the Bele lecturers, they don't do it for free. It's called positioning. These are the ones who stay abroad, telling you beautiful things, nice things. In fact, explaining ideas to you. But what they are actually doing is that they are positioning themselves for a possible invite. If any of those gamble should click, if Obi become president of Nigeria tomorrow, you are going to see many Bele lecturers returning. You think they mean well. I hope they mean well. I don't want to judge them before then. No. If Atif could become the president tomorrow, you will see some of these Bele lecturers from abroad. They are not really making any headway in their lives there too, but in a way, whatever it is, let's go back and do something. So don't come here and pretend when I tell you that I don't believe in Nigeria, when I know all of the structures entirely. Do you think I'm just saying that because I want to sound like somebody who is showing aging in Kotimotin for the past 9 years? Eh? So these are the characters that form my audience. When you read them, when they abuse me, when they say this, I know them, they know me. I don't like them, they don't like me. And I don't pretend. They may be pretending. This Mayegun, I thought this Mayegun is a serious. Alaye, if I'm not serious to you, child, just take me as somebody who no serious. Don't take me serious when you see me as somebody who no serious. Because I will never lie to you. Okay? I won't. However, you can pick where you belong to. Sure, you get me. I remember when I went to the Nigeria RC to get a passport in London. Somebody told them, you see that guy is Mayegun. God knows what they did to them, said to themselves, right? Then everybody started being like careful until when I wanted to show that, nobody say I won't be part of this. So if you give me choice, if you give me a short choice now, say, oh yeah, Nigeria or Yoruba nation as a referendum for me, you know what I'm going to choose. So I told you one was the program, it was surprise. They must believe in Nigeria. Show mental. I will pay 70% to mad in Nigeria. I don't pretend though. And that's why when I see this Obidient, I feel like they are a good tormentor. And me, I like to torment the establishment that brought us to this stage. Remember that. Let's go to Jos. In Jos today, after the signing of what have you, the Obidient were in town. And I bring you the visuals of what happened there. If you still have the time, you can sit back and watch that. Because one of the things they are making us to believe is that, you see, when you do all of this, I don't like this, I don't like that, I don't want to support this, I don't want this or that, at the end of the day, the way the Abdul Salami Abubakar, the way they have structured, the way they build Nigeria, you know they go anywhere. You go end up in anything where they put together. PDP, APC, sure you get. Now there you go hand. Or may you stay away and deal with the consequences after. That's how they have been dealing with you. So when I see these ones, and when they say, the Obedient are going nowhere, Baba, we go enjoy the tormenting they are giving you. And then at the same time, me on this platform, I will keep showing what you are not seeing in what they are doing. I'll keep showing that to the rest of the world and say, listen, so that you don't wake up tomorrow when these people finally start a revolution that the establishment won't be able to conquer. Remember the journey to it. You were laughing at them. They are not giving people money to come out, right? But a lot of you are underrating them and the rest. Now, my own prayer is that the owners of Nigeria, may they shall underrate them to the end, rig them, do everything they will do. And it becomes obvious that that's exactly what happened. You can go back to all my videos and see, where did they get all that crowd from? Just remember, this is the diary where even if you are not paying attention, right, I will be flaunting it on your faces, right? Now, you know what happened? In Kaduna yesterday, that you saw what happened. They have moved to Jos today. In Jos today, is a different thing. And it's always been like that, by the way. But here is some visuals from where the Obidients in Jos, starting from their airport. They are waiting for this guy at the airport. That's not even the venue where they want to do their rally. Airport. They were in fact, I have a longer video. This is the one I'm going to play and relax, and then I come back and say something, okay? somebody said, and now I know why this Mayegun is always talking about this Obi. Because of what? Because Mayegun believed that with Obi, right, a real democracy will exist, right? People will be able to indeed express their own political view, including